This is Invest Talk, an hour dedicated to making you financially independent for your retirement. Invest Talk is a two-way conversation. It's questions and answers and ideas for reducing risk and finding opportunities to make your money grow. And now, here's your host, registered investment advisor, Steve Peasley.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Invest Talk. I'm glad to have you with us today. And I have helping me, because I do need lots of help sometimes. I have helping me today, registered investment advisor Helen Crawford. Thank you for coming, Helen.
Hi, Steve. It's good to be here.
Thank you very much, because you can work that computer over there. I'll work these computers over here. That's your responsibility.
Okay.
And if this one messes up, this one's your responsibility.
Jolly good.
Okay. So we had a very crazy week. We're going to talk about the market here in a minute. But, boy, what a market. Volatility is still with us. I think it's going to be with us for a long time. Now, this is our 1 hour conference, everybody. Invest Talk is 1 hour every day to try to help you make more money with your money. How to make your money work for you. How to do that. That's difficult. It's extremely difficult, especially in this historic market that you're dealing with today. Just so you know, October was like one of the worst Octobers in history for the stock market. Okay, in history, this year has been one of the worst years in history. So think of that. This is what you're dealing with. It's very, very difficult. Now we have to make up that money. We have to make up that money that you've lost. How do you do that? Where do you go? What do you invest in? That's really tough. If you just run from the market and go to money market, well, you're not going to make up the money. If you didn't already get out some time ago, it's already too late to get out. So don't think in those kinds of terms. Okay, what is going to work going forward is what you're going to have to play catch up. You're going to have to play catch up. That's all there is to it. Are you still risking your money? Does your 401k have the right mix of stocks, the right kinds of stocks that will go up in the near future? Or are they stocks that will not work? In 1999, we had a market crash the very next year in 2000. Last year before, I was looking at 1999 portfolios. In other words, people still had full of tech stocks, and they never changed. They never did anything. They never looked at it. The stock market is dynamic, everybody. Things change. You need to learn to change with it. What worked last year or the year before may not work next year. Many times it doesn't. So you have to make some changes. Now you're going to say, well, what about the buy and hold stuff? What about just holding it forever? Well, what kind of stocks do you have? The buy and hold type of stocks? And I'll tell you this, buy and hold doesn't mean tech stocks, or not very many of them anyways. Maybe IBM. Maybe Hewlett-Packard, maybe just a few, but not the ones that were in 1999. If you did that, you got crushed. So you have to change. You have to adapt. You have to change around your 401k. You have to change around your individual stock accounts. So let's go to work and put a plan together. Okay, we can do that. We're going to do that this afternoon. We'll help you. That's what Helen and I do all day long. So what are your questions? Do you need some help? If you're using the services of a financial advisor, an investment advisor, a broker, or a banker, are you hooked up with the right guy or gal? The right person. Do you have the right person? Well, that's what's going to be our talking point today. How to choose among financial professionals. This is very, very difficult. Now, one of the ways you analyze whether he's good or bad or indifferent is how that financial professional gets paid, how he makes his money. That's one of the first major questions you need to ask. Okay? Now, but first, what we want to do is hear your questions. That's our first order of business. We'd like to know what's on your mind. What are you doing? What worries you have? So we're going to open up the lines. You can call right now. I invite you to call 888-99-CHART. You can go there with your questions or your comments about the stock market, housing, anything financial. 888-992-4278. That's the number, and you can call right now. Now today we had a little relief rally after what, the two worst days in a row,
It
Helen?
was the two worst days in 20 years, Steve.
20 years. You don't see how unusual this has been? Worst 2 days in 20 years. That's a long time. And this has been one of the worst markets in I don't know how many years, something similar, 73, 74 maybe. But the market rallied. It started on the up note, which is really surprising. And we're going to have to explain this a little bit because the jobs report came out today and it was bad. Now, it was a little worse than expected by the experts. And yet the market rallied. Why would it do that? Well, obviously, investors, after having the two worst days, they expected it to be even worse. And it didn't happen. It came in bad, but not any worse than they expected. That's what makes investing in the stock market so difficult. And it makes it so difficult to tell you what the stock market is going to do tomorrow or the next day. No one really can tell you because we don't know how much of the future is built into the market. We don't know what's on there. No one knows. All we can tell you is the stock market is underpriced. We can tell you that the stocks go up when earnings go up and go down when earnings go down. And it's always looking forward. The stock market's always looking forward. But today the market ended up, 200 points, Helen, about?
Yes, to 248.
For the Dow. That's pretty
Dow.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it was down 400 yesterday, almost 500 the day before. So you can see that, big deal based on the last 2 days. But remember, it was up 250 on Monday or Tuesday, something like that. Extreme volatility. So how do you handle this market? What do you do? What are you guys doing about it? I'd like to hear from you. Now we open the lines. We're ready for your call at 888-99-CHART.
Do you have questions about FDIC security, mortgages, money market funds, losses to your retirement plans? Give us a call today, 888-99-CHART.
888-99-CHART, everybody. How to choose among the financial professionals. How do you choose them? Do you want a broker, registered investment advisor, certified financial planner? What do you want? What are the difference between those three guys? We're going to talk about that here. But first, let's go to Amal in San Jose. How you doing?
Doing good.
Thanks for calling.
Oh, welcome. So you opened the right question. I'm looking for the same thing. Like, how do we go to a financial planner?
Okay,
I think you have to select them.
How do you select them?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, if you need help with just your invested dollars and all you want to do is find someone to help you invest your money, if you go to a registered investment advisor, by the way, that's what we are. Helen and I are registered investment advisors. We're a registered investment advisor firm. That's all we do. We manage money and we help people manage money. A broker is a guy who makes suggestions of what stocks you should buy or sell. He doesn't manage your money. You manage your money, and he tells you what he thinks you should buy and sell. A broker gets paid by commissions. Okay, so every time you buy or sell something, he gets paid. He gets paid every time you buy or sell something. A registered investment advisor, of which I am, we get paid by taking a small fee every quarter of whatever.